Once again, this is part 3 of Honda Terry's video on turbo prefabrication. I currently now have my boost gauge in, not all the way in, as you see there's wires run like shit. And then there's my ECU. I didn't get to see. Everybody gets to see I chipped into that myself. Yep. The chip is over there on the desk. So, alright. What I've already done. Last video I left off, I had the turbo on and everything, and nothing was run. So, this time, I've got the turbo on, as you see. Couplers all on. Everything solid. Pipe right around the other side. Bam. Right over there. I'm still putting the boost gauge, HKS, right there. Need to finish that pipe to that pipe, which is a small distance, and I still have all these. A lot more than that. Still have that. Then down pipe has already been pre-fitted. Put the O2 sensor on there already. Everything is cherry. I haven't tightened up these just yet because, you know, I want to get everything set on there all right. And I still haven't taken off the oil pan, so I can tap and get that done. So that'll be the next thing that I do. Will be to drill and tap the oil pan, which will actually be the last thing that I do. Here is a manual boost controller for all you who know what that is. So, for those of you for those of you who don't know how to hook up a boost controller manually, here's a little short video. You see this nipple right here? The nipple right there. Little golden nipple. Now, if yours is the same as this boost controller, it took me a while to learn. Okay? This nipple's for nothing. That inlet is for nothing. Okay? It's just to release air. Okay? I put another one of these on here for the, well, before I get ahead of that, I put that on there for the boost controller, or for the boost gauge. That's for the boost gauge, okay? Most people get that mixed up with, you can hook that up to the boost controller and all that. That goes to the boost gauge, boom. And this right here, you're starting at the top of your boost controller, right there. There. This piece, this inlet, outlet right there, goes to the outlet on that right there. Okay? Alright. This goes, this end right here, which you should always have another one of these on the end of it, because this end goes on that nipple, like I showed you. So you go ahead and put that on there. Boom. Like that. This right here goes to the wastegate, which is going to be put there. That there, this inlet here, runs your line up here and to your wastegate, which should fit there. Which, let me get the wastegate really quick. You see there's more oil there. I have everything, there you go. All the oil, have all the fluids, that's all done. All that stuff taken off in the back, all the sensors are off. Here's the oil pressure sending sensor. I took that off, alright. That goes onto the back of the motor, plugs right into the back. And here is my other one. Alright. As you see, I got all my stuff on the inside, man. All my tools, and there are my lights, my JDM fog lights that I'm going to put on there. have all this stuff already ready. But anyway, there's that right there. The T-fitting that plugs into the back of the motor, like that, goes in like so. Like this would normally. This plugs into the back of the motor at the bottom underneath next to the, right above the oil filter. Plugs in, bam. Alright, so you just remove that, take this off in the back of the block. It's right above the oil filter, so take the oil filter off first. Alright, take this out, and you take that out and put the new one on, or put your old one on the T-fitting. Then this rear end of the T-fitting goes into the back of the block where that was removed. Okay, goes in, plugs in, bam, and then this, as you see, is the oil feed line that goes, and it goes on top. Sorry about the video miscomposition. I've got everything all scatterbrained around, but that goes plugged into there, bam, like that. That goes into the block. Initially, it'll fit. It'll pretty much like that at the back of the block, plugged in. And this will be on the line. It'll be all fed. That'll be fed. Oil feed line, oil feed line will be fed. And then you just hook this up, boom, to the boost gauge, or to the blow-off valve. And then once you hook that up to the blow-off valve, what you usually do, what everybody lets you do, is run these, get them run nice and clean, or something like that. Get it run nice and clean. You know what I mean? Run it underneath there. Run it nice and clean. Nice tied to that. And what I'm gonna do personally is I'm gonna tie it in like that, so it looks kind of like one of the spark plugs, and then put it up like that. Whereas my hose blows down in there, and it all looks the same. So that all looks good. See? So, it's all personal preference. However you like to do it, however you want to do it, you do it. But like I stated before in the other two previous videos, prefabrication is very important before you put on the turbo. Because you never know what's going to happen, what you're going to run into. For instance, like I stated there's no blow-off valve. Usually you post your blow-off valve somewhere up here. Normal people who put their turbos on, their blow-off valve is somewhere there. My blow-off valve is going to be hidden and right next to the thing. Now, I'm not sure. I'm not doing this build for power. This build is not for power or anything like that. It's just a daily driver. Just going to turbo it, boost it, 5 pounds, so I have a little extra power. And then later on down the road, I turn into a track car or get a hatch, or build this motor, I don't know. It's all up to you. All depends on your preference. But anyway, so next, either way, is I'm going to get all those bolted up. I'm going to get those finished or put together. Then the intercooler and everything will be run. Boom, and everything will be pretty much set up. And then all I have to do is get the oil pan tapped, which is down there. I still have to tap the oil pan. See, that's down there. Still have to tap the oil pan and put the downpipe on. Put the oil sending unit and the oil feed line on, and hook up the rest of the manual boost controller. I also still have to hook up the rest of my boost gauge. So I'm pretty semi-done. All the rest of the stuff is just little tidbit stuff, little stuff that I could do. The hardest part has already been done. I take everything off. Well, oil pan tapping is pretty hard, but it's not really that hard to do. So, till next time, Honda Terry is out.